Good evening. Good evening. How you doing? Oh, starting slightly later than I originally wanted to, but I decided I wanted to, even though I wasn't even hungry yet, I wanted to eat dinner now and not at like midnight, which I keep doing lately, which probably part of the reason I can never fall asleep when I want to fall asleep. My body's busy digesting a big meal that I just ate, so it's just I'm like, I should read this out. He's out cold. You say that like you ain't the one who beat him down. I'm well aware. Wish I didn't have to, but there was no other choice. Keep moving. Can rest. Not that I have any EP to regain. Who's being held in here? The rooms assigned across from ours are where they've been keeping all of Revaché's rank and file. Guess their short-staffed must be trying to save on manpower by cramming them all in one spot to look after. That makes sense. Sorry to stop us like this. Let's keep moving before they start sending in reinforcements. Now I forgot what I was even saying. Oh yeah, I'm in this really bad habit. Ooh, that's gonna be handy. A sentenced 25 to life for chest slaughter. You don't want any of this, buddy. But yeah, I keep eating dinner really late, or not, I keep eating breakfast really late, so then I eat lunch really, really late. And so I'm just not hungry when I should eat dinner, and so I don't eat dinner until like right before bed. And then I can't sleep. I'm just doing that every single day. Because I'm not hungry when I wake up, because I had dinner early. It's stupid. So I opted to just eat dinner even though I wasn't hungry. When I asked to be locked up, this isn't what I had in mind. I don't remember what I looted from this. Oh, the bombs. Glad they gave me battle scopes. I don't think I have analyze. Well, I don't even have an augment, so I don't have analyze. What the heck is taking those two? I need to change shifts and get out of here already. Huh? Hey, what are you... Let's go. Bomb rush the shit out of them. Okay. Alright, what has he got? He's got a feint, a line feint. Okay, it's really skinny. Okay, he's all about feinting, I guess. And then a buff. Sounds good. Oh, that, okay. Now I can't reach. Alright then. Oh, that one's ranged. Okay, that was maybe a bad idea. I didn't know it was gonna knock him across the entire battlefield. What do you mean miss? Does all of his shit push him back? I'm not a fan of that. I'm really missing all that movement from Boots. He's level 8. Am I supposed to be level 82 right now? Because he's level 82. Damn you. Don't think you can escape. Trip the alarm system from his Enigma. Huh. Well, what's our next move? Prepared for this. We're gonna have to force our way through. Yeah, fine by me. The alarm stopped. Oh, these... I don't have any non-revives for healing. I guess I could go rest in the bed. Ooh, emergency puppets. I think in my next life, I'd like to be something more than a chest. I'd like to travel all over the world helping people, getting them just what they need when they need it. Yeah, in my next life, I'd love to be a crate. Yeah. Well, I can't change his? That's dumb. Yeah, I'm gonna go rest in the bed. Just gonna have a nap. We're having an epic anime prison escape, but we're gonna nap. Take our time, you know? There they are. Freeze! Does Garcia have an S-Craft? Seems like he does. I'm gonna get him to 200 and then S-Craft with him.
Yosh.
Maybe steal 3 of them. Man! Oh, it's single target. Well, I'm sure I saw this last game. I'm assuming he did it to me. Good damage. Yeah, finally. I can't counter because everything they do knocks us back. There we go. And Terra bombs. They've even started using warhounds. The old CGF would never have done this. Just how far have they fallen? Seems to me like they learned a few things from Revaché's result. Chances are they're pumping those pups with drugs to control them too. Those old boys looked like a bunch of fine-trained killers, didn't they? And whose fault is that? I imagine this decision was made by Commander Bales or Deputy Commander Douglas. What if it was, Lloyd? What if it was? We are raising hell in here. Don Marconi? Wait, you're that twerp from the CPD. What's Garcia doing with you? If there's anyone he should be breaking out of here, it's me. Sorry, Dawn, but that's not how this is gonna go down. Sit tight, I'll be back before you know it. Wait, Garcia, don't you dare walk away! Doing surprisingly well, all things considered. Seeing being thrown behind bars has done nothing to deflate that ego of his either. Watch your mouth, kid. He's still my boss, you know. I owe the guy for giving me a life after the Corps. Oh no, you can be so sentimental. Sounds like I'm the one who needs to keep his trap shut. Forget I said anything. Come on, let's move. Kinda hoping I could sleep in those beds. There we go. Busting out of here? Great, take me with you. What do you mean I'm too heavy? Pretty sure this is where that bastard Hartman's locked up. That makes sense. I knew he'd be taken here after we arrested him at Altair Lodge. Scared out of his mind. Don't think about it too hard. He's been a whiny bitch since the day he got here. It's always how it goes when a pompous ass like him goes from riches to rags. Man's got no one to bail him out of trouble now. Kinda pity him, but this is the punishment he deserves. Anyway, let's go. Is that you, Lloyd? So you're the cause of this uproar. I love that we know every single person in here. A voice, Ernest? The mayor's former lapdog, you mean? Yeah, I guess they would have tossed him in here too. I heard whispers that you've been brought here, Lloyd. It certainly came as a shock, but glad it gave us the chance to speak again. Same to you. It sounds like that gnosis is completely out of your system now. Yes, and thank goodness it is. What I did to all of you is truly unforgivable. No, never mind that. Now is not the time for repentance. Once I've atoned for my sins and paid my debt to society, I hope you'll allow me to make a proper apology to you, Ellie, and the others. Now don't worry about me, you must hurry. I'll Pray the goddess keeps you safe. Thank you, Ernest. Done with your little chat. We've wasted enough time already. Alright, let's go. I think that's kind of lame. Ernest was just like full-blown evil piece of shit. And like we did see evidence that like Gnosis made that miner dude kind of an asshole and super good at gambling and stuff, but like my understanding of the drug was that it brought out your inner potential. But it really brought out who you really are underneath. So I'm not a fan of Ernest's redemption. Get from the SSS? Damn it, detain them. The game I can't get all 5 right now. So I was thinking of doing Burning Heart. And then S-crafting. I guess I could knock him back. And I still can't hit all 5, but whatever. Pretty good. That means this whirlwind kick should... Oh, if I could hit all 3, I would. It would have finished all 3 of them off, but that's okay. If Lloyd is immune to faint, does that cancel the buff, the stun from the buff? Should probably test that out. Ugh. Running out of breath already, are you? You really think you have what it takes to get out of here in this sorry-ass state? Honestly, no. I wouldn't trust myself to do something like this on my own. But with you backing me up, I just may be able to pull this prison break off. At this point, I'm willing to exploit every advantage I can get. Look at you turning over to the dark side. You won't hear me complaining. Now let's bust this joint. Ooh, 10,000. I wouldn't be surprised if one of these had something I could take. Bet you're wishing you kept that get-out-of-jail-free card you found back at the Revishy hideout right about now. I don't remember that. It wasn't that long ago when I played the first Crossbell game. I'm trying to play these a little bit faster. Because I do actually kind of want to play the remake of Sky later this year. More than we bargained for, but get past this and we're home free. What do you say, kid? Ready to hit him where it hurts? I am healed up, so yes. We've identified the 2 fugitives. First is former Revochet executive Garcia Rossi. Second, Lloyd Bannings of the SSS. Do not let them escape these prison grounds. I thought that said guards, and I just stopped. I was like, that doesn't make sense. The honor of the defense force depends on it. Yes, sir. Honor, huh? I wasn't aware you had any. What? How did they make it down here so quickly? Sorry, but you're in our way. Why don't you fellas show me what you can do? My fists versus your honor. Charge! Probably should have saved my CP. Ooh! Oh no, his is single target. I won't bother with Garcia's. Ooh, that sucks. Oh, that really sucks. Yeah, this is a really bad start. I mean, I have items. That's all I can do. I'm not really hurt enough for any of these. Guess I just move? He gets another turn faster if he doesn't do anything. Okay. God, this line is so... Oh, I can hit 2. I'm probably better off with this whirlwind kick, though. The highest chance of feint. Fucking... Just like roll... I'm like tossing a coin and it's not working. I don't think I have time to encourage. Oh my god. What is this terrible luck on my seals and feints? I might just do this just to get rid of a target. We might die before we get another turn, though. Does he hurt himself when he does that? Oh yeah, Lloyd had speed down. This is just very unlucky as well. I got sealed and fainted right at the start. Oh, I forgot about that. Forgot I had the puppets give you 200 CP. Oh, I didn't know that. I may as well just use this. Used 100 S breaks, hell yeah. I thought this was going to be a retry, I forgot about the emergency puppets. Hey. Ooh. We actually did it. I have to say though, I'm impressed. You still pack a punch even after all this time in prison. Randy and the Red Constellation's leader are insanely strong too, but you're definitely no slouch. Huh. You're talking about the Scarlet Ogre, yeah? Sigmund Orlando? He and I crossed paths all the time back in my younger days, so believe me when I say he's more monster than human. I hear his little girl is a chip off the old block too. Yeah, when it comes to pure combat strength, she might even be more than a match for the Society. And again, one of their members in particular is more formidable than I can even comprehend. You're seriously itching to break out of here and face them all head on? Talk about a light at the end of the tunnel. Well, that's the price of freedom. It's closed off. Should be a way to unlock it nearby, though. My mirror says it's in that room over there. Well, what are we waiting for? Full HP, EP, and CP. I clearly glossed over that bit. I actually have always thought about using the puppet in the entire series, and I've never used one before. It just never seemed worth it to me to lose like stats and resistances for a puppet thing that's gonna break on you. Could be wrong though. Ooh, nice. There we go. I knew they had to be keeping all of this stuff somewhere. Fort stash is in here too. That's everything I counted for. Hurry it up, kid. You gotta move unless you want to get your ass thrown back in a cell. Oh, no chest message. Isn't 350 strength on it? Just a couple of pipes. It was only 50 lower than my normal weapon. I don't remember what he was wearing. I think it was... Oh yeah, it's the evasion one. He didn't have the Stragas. I mean, I could give it to him right now. I think it was just City Walkers. You can have these until we get Randy. I may as well put on... a Grail Locket. Then I can find out if the, that cancels the feint from my buff. Got it. Good, now let's get the hell out of here. Garcia? Our little partnership ends here. You're on your own now. Huh? Despite everything, I still got a responsibility as the leader of Reviché's rank and file. Hell, not just them, I owe it to our Dawn as well. I can't just abandon them to save myself. Wait, why even help me come this far if you had no intention of escaping? You can't seriously be thinking of facing the defense force alone. They're too much even for you. Let me... This ain't your battle to fight, kid. You got a truth to get to the bottom of. You said it your own damn self. Besides, your crew is waiting for you, not to mention that little girl of yours. Do you really have time to waste on a no-account convict like me? Thank you, Garcia. As a member of the CPD, I can't advocate you staging a breakout. Even though I just did. Myself. So I guess all I can say is, take care of yourself. Huh, as if I need you to tell me that. Lloyd Bannings. That's some little brother he's left behind. Kid's got a good head on his shoulders, I'll give him that much. There he is! Don't let him get away! Right where I want them. Bring it on, the Killing Bear's ready to maul your worthless asses. Watch over him, Adios. There's grass blooming here too. Stuff happened while I was in custody. Is this because of Kia? Everything begins once I cut my way through here. For now, I have to focus on getting to the highway. There's a path out of all of this. I know it. I just have to keep my wits about me. Okay, they're the same enemies. They're not like new upgraded ones, because there's Pleroma grass. Wait. Oh. What the fuck did I even have? Oh yeah, it was platinum. It's about to level. I mean... Random ailments. Not bad. Complete immunity. I feel like there should be one for evasion, but there isn't. There is in Cold Steel, but not here. I mean, I assume there's going to be 2 per element, but there's a 3rd Earth one, so maybe there's 3 per element. I have no idea how many Master Quartz there are in this game. I mean, it's about to level, so I'll just put this back on. The fuck did he be? I don't know what he had. He definitely had the detection ones. He had a hit 3. He had detection. And... which one is the... Is it Heaven's Eye? Eagle Eye and Information. Might have just had an Eagle Eye on, though. I mean, this is better... better Sebeth, so I'll put that on. I don't... Was it... It was probably Seal 2? I mean, he kind of has Seal in his crafts. So I should probably have a different... Have some kind of on-hit that he doesn't have. Like, already built in. And I think it was also, like, a stat down. I think. It might have just been poison. Oh, it's gonna be different, and I'm not gonna like it. I'll do this because this gets me to 10. The Adamantine Guard. I have basic healing spells. Oh yeah, the one thing... He had the regen spell, and I'd like him to have continue to have the regen spell. But yeah. Earth Pulse. 6 earth, 2 wind, 2 water. I probably had a wind one down here. Oh, I totally had evasion. Oh, I had an evade 3, that's what it was. That probably means that I didn't have Eagle Eye, I had information. I'll do evade 3. It needed 6. Do I need 13 base specifically? I don't think I need it, which means I guess I could move poison here. Put the detection down here. I now have Earth Pulse. I guess I can just put whatever. Whatever's gonna get me the best. The best spell, I suppose? This is 60%. It gets me the speed spells. This one actually gives me just innate speed, though. Don't really need mind or anything like that. It's good for spells, but he kind of doesn't need it. I mean, he's got decent speed right now anyway. I don't lose Earth Pulse. I remember Randy had Swordbreaker. Maybe I do Spirit Breaker. Or Speed? It gets me Arrow Sickle for some reason. I didn't even notice I had a Speed Breaker. That's actually really good. Really, really good. I also didn't know I could have it impede and on hit and stat down at the same time. Wait. Oh, I forgot I need fucking... That's what I had. I have information. Wait, no. Detection. Wait, did I trade it in? Do I not have it anymore? Oh, I don't have it anymore. Oh, wait, no, it's right there. Oh, I'm thinking of the... It's Eagle Eye. Eagle Eye's right there. All right, never mind. This is closer to what it was. Much better. Well, I can't do that chest right now. I'm alone. All right, I'm also gonna save. Now that I've at least figured out something. Oh, did I get my 7th back too? Oh, I did. Nice. I don't remember what they said about where everyone else was held. I think everyone's separated. So I'm gonna have to collect everybody one by one. I have a feeling I'm gonna run into Wazzy first. Because he's just been missing, so he could literally be anywhere. Ooh, that is not good. Gotta break that line of sight somehow. Target confirmed. Oh, I spent too much time on my Sepith. Lloyd Bannings, execute pincer formation. Damn, no way around it. Oh yeah, this leads to mains, doesn't it? The uniforms may be different, but they're just as unshakable as ever. Come on, Lloyd Bannings, you can do this. Fugitive spotted. Capture him. Formation disrupted. Thanks, game. I'm immune to everything. Fuck you. I'm also an evasion tank. Not fully, but that's 9 turns? And it's 5 turns of speed down? That's kind of nuts. Okay, okay, it doesn't nullify, you can't nullify that feint. Just period. Best bet of sneaking into Crystal City is going to be from the freight line. Come hell or high water. And they get out of here in one piece, no matter what it takes. Commendable effort. Who would have thought a simple detective could hold out so long against the born-again defense force? Isn't he a former teammate of 2nd Lieutenant Seekers? Maybe we shouldn't be so surprised. Enough talk. Disarm him now. Remember, our orders are to take him alive. Don't think so. Damn, he can still move? Help me understand. Why bother going this far? Can you just not stomach your precious crossbell changing so much? Wake up. No matter how much you struggle, you'll never make a difference all on your own. It's not true. The only thing stopping us from making a difference is refusing to stand up and try. I refuse to be swept away by this. I refuse to just close my eyes and let the truth pass me by. The people I care about need me, and I swear I'll take them back. So understand this. I will never give up. No matter how many times you knock me down, I won't surrender. You can break my legs, but I'll always get back on my feet. What's with this guy? What a shame. Charge him on my command, man. Let's see him get up after this. Roger. Aim for the legs. Back down now, Lloyd. Not until the bitter end. Yeah, Ellie, Tio, Randy, Wazzy. Chief Sergei, please give me your strength. I am disappointed in you. You seem to have forgotten to include someone in your prayer. I mean, we heard a roar. Is that walled? What was that? It sounds like it's coming from inside my... Eep. Eep. What the... Oh, shit. I did forget about Zeit. Huh? What? Leave now, soldiers of this false paradise. This man falls under my charge. Confounded beasts. Our small defense force would never let themselves surrender to a mere cryptid. Straight up just ate him. Oh, okay, he's fine. I forget that this game does go there sometimes. We did have a slaughter with blood on the walls and everything. Well, must I repeat myself? No, that's quite alright. Retreat! He's like kind of mechanical. It would seem I gave them a great deal more shock than I had intended. It's been ages since I've assumed this form after all. Perhaps I may have forgotten just how to restrain myself. There's so many things I could say about this right now. But I'll keep it short and ask just one question. And that would be... What the hell, Zeit? How is your timing always this good? I never saw this in Cold Steel. This would have been cool. Big ol' Zeit. Holy Beast sent by Adios. You? While that is not entirely... Oh, the game is like spazzing. While that is not entirely correct, it will be simpler if you think of me in such terms. You already know of the Septarions bestowed upon mankind by the grace of the goddess in times past. We holy beasts are tasked with keeping vigil over those treasures, as well as their keeping. You know, I don't... Was there... I don't remember if there was a holy beast in Cold Steel. I think it was like... We had like an anti-holy beast that was dead? No, it was a holy beast that was dead. That was used to start the calamity that Ring caused. I think? I don't think we actually met like a living holy beast like we have in the other two arcs now. When you say we, does that include the dragon that appeared during the Liberal incident? An excellent deduction. That dragon is known as Ragnard. He is indeed one of my brethren. He remained in the land now known as Liberal for centuries to observe the Septarion of space. However, even I am unaware of his current location now that his oath has been fulfilled. This is all a little tough to follow. But would that mean you've been here in Crosswell since the distant past yourself? That is correct. I have dwelled in this land since before the Great Collapse over 1,200 years ago. As for the reason the Septarion of Mirage vanished from its domain, as well as the actions man took in their misguided attempts to revive it, both are knowledge that I hold to a certain extent. Those are things the others and I never had the means to unearth on our own. The Septarion of Mirage, gifted by the goddess and inherited by the Croix family. Why did it disappear, and why does Kia, of all people, bear the burden of trying to replace it? Please, Zeit, I have to know the truth. Not just about what happened 1,200 years ago, but how it relates to what Kia went through 700 years later. Very well. I presented myself in this form with every intention of telling you. The Septarion that Adios bestowed upon this land. Its name was Demiorgos, the treasure that governed the power of Mirage. Mirage is the element that controls perception and cognition. so too does it hold dominion over causality. A portion of this land's people had a goal for its power, and at the center of their shared aspirations was the Croix family. That goal was to unseat Adios as a supreme deity, in lieu of a god that could walk amongst mankind. A god that could guide its people through empathy and infinite wisdom, a god that could change the very fabric of fate itself. On the surface, its power resembles that of the Aureoli, which could grant man's desires without end. However, Demiurgos was bestowed with a high-minded dignity, so was not subject to the same faults as the Shining Ring. Within it was the wisdom and judgment to guide humanity without corrupting it in the process. In wielding this power, Demiurgos was thus capable of shepherding mankind onto its proper path. And it would have done so had its own heart not reached its limit. The world is an irrational place, and the people who live upon it are comprised of their numerous natures and deeds. To understand them and steer their course, the Septarion required a sense of empathy, just as humans have. With time, that empathy deteriorated Demiurgos' heart, giving way to an enervating anguish. It feared that if things continued, it would come to harm those it sought to protect. Thus, with a heavy heart, it steeled its resolve and made its decision. And so, by unthreading the nexus of its own causality, Septarion of Mirage disappeared from this world. That is bleak. Humans are so corrupt and shitty that an infinitely divine and benevolent being killed itself because it couldn't handle humanity. That's bleak as hell. That's what happened. But what about the people it left behind? What did they do? In the wake of the Septarion's departure, they were left bewildered, sorrowed, and frightened. But instead of reflecting upon the motivations behind Demiurgos' choice, they strayed from the path it had sought to lead them onto. Thereafter, those zealots became obsessed with creating an entity commensurate to the Septarion they had lost. In the beginning, they were clueless, merely stumbling through the darkness, but after 700 years they had gathered enough knowledge to not only develop, but master their own unique practice. Alchemy, a magical art capable of giving form to the formless. It was then that the grand plan was formulated. They founded the cult as a pawn to play from the shadows, then entrusted them with rearing the future core of the new Septarion. The land of Crossbell would then need to be primed for their grand ceremony, the pinnacle of alchemical transmutation. These were the measures outlined by the alchemists of the Croix family several hundred years ago. To ensure their plan was financially feasible, the Croix family adopted a public image as prestigious bankers. Meanwhile, the cult began the steps to eventually awaken the core that had become the object of their worship. Now, 500 years later, we have arrived at our current predicament. So unbelievable. I feel like I can finally grasp the big picture. Zeit, Maribel called Kia the Septarion of Zero. What did she mean by that? Does that make her different from the Septarion of Mirage? Unfortunately, I do not have the answer you seek. It could be that the Croix family made an unexpected discovery as their 1200-year delusion began to materialize. If that is the case, they may not have created an entity to equal Demiurgos. That is to say, the Septarion of Zero may very well surpass the might of the original. The Aeon of White, or Ion of White, is one such example. The power it demonstrated was not that of its own, but rather of a Septarion. However, the Septarion of Mirage did not possess the ability to manipulate reality so instantaneously. That faculty is more akin to a different higher element, space. Assuming there is even more to their artificial Septarion than we currently know, I cannot begin to fathom what it may be capable of. Afraid you'd say that. There's one more thing I'd like to ask. Based on what you've told me, Kia, she isn't really human, is she? She is, and yet she is not. Kia is a synthetically created being designed to serve as the core of a manufactured Septarion. She is most likely a homunculus that was created through advanced transmutation. Kia probably realized the truth herself a long time ago. Yet never once did she stop smiling for us. Kia. Is this the Calvardian border? What is that circular dome in the background? Yes, the Defense Force soldiers should have difficulty finding us here. It'll be a good opportunity to rest. Thanks, Sight. You really saved me back there. Huh? What is that? A barrier of some sort that appeared around Crossbell City. It would seem that only those that are permitted may freely enter and exit. And those that are not cannot pass through it at all. Be they living creatures or machines. You've got to be kidding. As you saw when you escaped, Pleroma grass has begun to bloom all throughout the state of Crossbell. It would be accurate to think of it as a sign that the land itself has become one with the newly born Septarion. Sight, just what is Pleroma grass? Heard that it shares some sort of connection with the Septine veins underground. It was once the proverbial eyes of the former Septarion of Mirage. As it bloomed, Demi-Orgos could observe and understand the surface world. It is also capable of distorting the surrounding space when spiritually linked to the Septarion. That is the most probable cause of the cryptid's sudden emergence. Such beings should not exist on this plane by nature. I think I understand. I don't. Those disgusting rituals the D therefore G cult was conducting. They were all about taking advantage of the Pleroma grass's properties to perfect Gnosis, right? Yes, their goal was to accumulate the knowledge and personalities of the victims who fell to the drug's influence. Said corpus of data would subsequently be transferred into the girl slumbering within the cradle of the Sun Fort. The vast amounts of information would then self-organize to nurse forth the high-minded dignity they sought to recreate. Then, after 500 years, the core of the Septarion awoke. That is the extent of my knowledge. The situation in which you find yourself is the will of the cult's puppet masters, meticulously crafted over the course of centuries. On that topic, the choices presented to you now are rather limited. Would you not prefer to flee to foreign soil until the storm has subsided? I understand why you'd ask. My uncle's home is in Calvard, so it's true that I'd have somewhere to lay low if I had to. But no, that's not an option. There's work to be done here. I have answers to find and a case to crack. Do you now? Solving this crisis and uncovering the truth will be more than just a one-man job, too. Ellie, Tio, Randy, and not just them, everyone. I need all of their strength. So you see, I can't run, I can't hide. I have to go back and face it all. Sorry to do this after you brought me all the way here, but I still have a duty to fulfill. What truth are you hoping to ascertain? Isn't it obvious? I don't care about her powers or where she came from. What I want to know is what Kia wants more than anything else in the world. And I need to hear it straight from her heart. Chances are I'll never be able to find that out unless I bring her home. There's also the matter of what happened to the old Septarion. How can we expect Kia to shoulder the burden Demi-Orgos couldn't? Kia is like family to me. I can never just sit by and let her suffer that fate. So I'm gonna take her back, even if that means kicking the President and Arios off their pedestals. Good to see a little stint in the clink hasn't changed Crossbell's Father of the Year. Huh? I fucking called it. We're gonna find Wazzy first. Is he part of the church thing with Kevin? Wazzy, what are you doing here? Wait, Abbas? And Reese and Kevin too? Good to see you again, Bannings. Indeed, it's been too long. Hey, how you been hanging these past 4 months? Thanks for remembering me, by the way. I don't forget the names and faces of the Septine Church's Gralsritter. Wait, Wazzy, does that mean you're... Wazzy Hemisphere, the Sapphire Testament. Otherwise known as the 9th Dominion of the Gralsritter of the Septine Church. It's a pleasure to make your reacquaintance. Incidentally, I am a knight of the Gralsritter. I work in the service of Wazzy. You've got to be kidding me. How... Have you two really been stringing me along all this time? Wait a second. When we first met Reese, neither of you said even a word about any of this. My apologies. I pretended not to know who he was. Father Wazzy's undercover mission is regarded with the utmost secrecy. Her arrival here completely fooled that old grumper Ralda. He had no idea who the real mole was. I really owe her one for that. Happy to be of service. I mean, yeah, for once Reese standing out like a sore thumb, she is worked out. Anyone could have seen through her sister act. But the Archbishop was beside himself when she walked through the door. I have no idea what you're talking about. And besides, you're hardly in any position to preach to me about how to successfully go undercover, knowing your track record. To be fair, none of them look anything like your average clergy people. Okay, that's enough catching up for now. You see, the actual reason we're here is because he called us. You mean Zeit? Yes, that is correct. I had a hunch your resolve would remain firm, so I thought it would be prudent to recruit collaborators on your behalf. Oh. Now that you know I've been infiltrating Crossbell, you can probably fill in the blanks. But the Gralsritter has seen this situation coming for a while now, to a certain degree at least. Still, there were a lot of gaps to bridge. We didn't know the Kreis family was behind the conspiracy for one, or Kia's true identity. Zeit recently brought us up to speed on the whole story, like I'm sure he did with you. That being said, what we are contending with here is an artificially reconstructed Septarion of Mirage. The situation is far beyond the scope of the Gralsritter's typical duty of artifact retrieval. As such, the circumstances would normally make this out of our jurisdiction. But on the other hand, we couldn't just ignore the Society's involvement in this little brouhaha. That's where you come in, Mr. Detective. You're our in for getting our hands dirty. That's about the size of it. I think we'll be allowed to intervene if it's under the guise of collaborating with you. So, Lloyd, what do you say? There's just one thing I need to confirm first. Kia, what does the church plan to do with her? Right for the jugular, that one's a toughie. Yes, but being dishonest will get us nowhere with him. I agree, he deserves to know the truth. Then that's what we'll give him. The Septarion of Zero is far more dangerous than the Septarion of Space, the Arioli ever was. That much is for certain, even if we still haven't grasped the full breadth of her powers yet. You've been locked away for weeks. Are you aware that all of what's been happening around the continent? Not really. All I've heard is that civil war has broken out in the Empire. Boy, has it. And all got put out on the fast track after that armored division they tried to send across the border got snuffed out. And you know how the Golden Stallion rolls, but every time they tried to push back, they got whooped all over again by those ions. Right when things were going to Gehenna and handbasket over there, the Noble Alliance troops scuttled out and occupied Heimdall. It was then that the Blood and Iron Chancellor was shot. No one's seen him since. Now that the Empire is ablaze in the flames of civil war, you expect it to be doused anytime soon. Meanwhile, the Republic has been in an economic crisis as a result of Crossbell's actions. On top of that, terrorist activity has been in a full swing, to the point where the President has formally declared a state of emergency. And it rains, it pours. You don't even know the half of it. It's not like things are coming up roses in other countries either. Questionable activity is beginning to surface in regions Erebonia and Calvard have traditionally had under their thumbs. All the while, President Kreis has been pressuring heads of state throughout the continent. To have them bend a knee to crossspell, that is. And naturally, he has the power of the Septarion to coerce them with. Exactly. He had the ability to repel the Imperial Army and the most powerful military forces in all of Zemeria. And that's just with the 3 archaisms the Society supplied. What do you think would happen if they were mass-produced, scooped up by the Septarion of Zero, and deployed continent-wide? He would never agree to that, not when it means harming innocent people. In all technicality, it does not seem that the archaisms are controlled by the Septarion directly. More likely, the Septarion's power has granted them the ability to move autonomously as her guardians. Much like that Ren girl's archaism Pottermotter. But no way. I'm inclined to agree on that point, Haas. I seriously doubt that little girl is in the driver's seat there. And that makes it all the easier for those ions to be abused by just about anyone, with her none the wiser. Whether or not Kia is consciously in control is beside the point. A power like that is still much too dangerous to ignore. Wait, did they ever answer the question, what are they going to do with Kia? Okay, now I know where the church stands. But despite your stake in this, I'd still like to ask for your cooperation. Really? Thought you were going to turn us down for sure. I'm just being realistic. I know this isn't something I can do by myself. Time isn't on my side either. The longer this drags on, the more Kia will be made to suffer. But let me make one thing perfectly clear. If you lay even one hand on Kia, I'll stop you, even if it means fighting to my dying breath. I'm not the only one. LET, Randy, they would say the same thing. We'll never let you take her. Call it a fallacy, call it illogical, I don't care. We're her family and we won't let you hurt her. Damn, I knew you were a sharp guy, but I didn't know you had that kind of fire in you. I think I'm starting to get why you like him so much, Wazzy. The light way to put it, the man's stolen my heart. I'm serious, Wazzy, if you... I know, as a Dominion of the Gralsritter, I swear on Adios' name. You will not be excluded from how we choose to deal with her. Your opinions and input will be heard. I know that's not ideal, but this is the best I can do given our position. Sound good to you? Yeah, it's enough for now. Then we have a deal. Okie dokie, time to get to work. Let's move out, gang. What's that? Oh, that sound. It harkens me to times past. The Heavenly Chariot, I take it. With cloaking technology... Airships? Tactical crafts reserved for use by the Gralsritter. We call them Merkaba. Each is equipped with a number of stealth functions, including but not limited to optical camouflage. They'll be just what we need to stay discreet while traveling through cross-Bellin airspace. Well, Lloyd, ready to go? Yeah, let's do this. Kia, everyone, wait for me, I'm coming. Ooh. Power Zoot Z. My voice is like... After that info dump and long conversation, my voice is like... We have some Merkabas and they don't. We'll take care of the ions for our part, just as planned. You guys be careful out there. Same to you, Heretic Hunter. Oh, pardon me, Thousand Hand Guardian. It may not be your title anymore, but that doesn't mean you can't live up to it every now and then. I guess not. I gather that you derived your new title from the legendary Thousand Arms herself, Rufina Argent. It is very fitting, Father Kevin. Thanks. Like a long story? Hey Lloyd, the going's about to get tough, so hang in there, okay? Crossbow being in the spot it is, I wouldn't count on any outside help swooping in to save the day. If I have one piece of advice, it's this. Don't forget the bonds you made along the way. You'll need them. The bonds I've made. Understood, I'll keep that in mind. May Adios watch over you, Lloyd. And give Ellie my regards when you come to her aid. Right, I'll make sure I do. What's going on? I've activated the optical camouflage. Keep in mind, the effect itself is not infallible. Our top speed has also been reduced as a drawback. In short, if we tried to fly into restricted airspace at this speed, the ion geared toward mobility would catch us in no time. We wouldn't stand a chance in a direct confrontation. That's why we're going to have Merkaba Unit 5 play decoy. So what you're saying is they'll give us the opening we need to infiltrate. Shows what the Grail's protectors can do then. Ion type beta. Okay, okay. Ooh, it's the finale. We managed to slip through, but from the looks of it, the land of Crossbell has already integrated with the Septarion. If we're not careful, the ions will come after us again. So there's a limit to how much we can rely on this airship. Correct, were we to land, the size of the craft would readily betray our presence to the network of Pleroma. Exactly, so getting us on the ground is going to be a hassle. To combat that, I plan to use a blind spot outside the Septian Veins' reaches. A blind spot? By nature, the Septian Veins' influence is large enough to span the breadth of the land. However, even among the streams of Septian Veins, there yet exist small regions free from their purview. I think I get it. So if we land in one of those gaps, we won't be noticed. That's about the size of it. As it so happens, the point we're at now is exactly the kind of spot we've been looking for. The sandbar on Ursula Road is the same area where that cryptid appeared. But how did you figure out that this was a safe zone so quickly? How is this Abbas and I already scouted it out beforehand, obviously. Once things in Crossbow went south, we set up a little parlor trick and made our escape. So that's where you were. How very thorough of you. To be fair, this is the only place like it we know of so far. In the future, we'll have to find other blind spots where we can land. Now then, what's the plan? There's no way for us to get into the city with that barrier around it. I know that. Still, I think it would be best to get our feet on the ground now. I want to get a feel for what's going on down there with my own eyes. Every little bit counts. I can also use this opportunity to check on the situation at St. Ursula Hospital. Fair enough. Then descend we shall. What troubles you? I know it's a little late to ask, but why exactly are you going so out of your way to help us, Zeit? There's a little something I heard about the dragon that appeared during the Burl incident. Basically, you holy beasts aren't allowed to interfere with the fates of the Septarions, right? Just so, that is a provision of the covenant we have made. However, as the Septarion of Mirage has long since been lost, my duty has already come to an end. With those shackles removed, I am permitted to act more freely. Lending a modicum of help to the children of man should be within my bounds. So that's how it is. Is that why you helped us during the Warhound case back then? You assume correctly. I cannot give you my indefinite support, but I can grant you my aid for the time being. You may simply consider this a part of my role as a police dog, if that so pleases you. Oh, sure. We're glad to have you aboard. That's right, the three of us are going to have to make do on our own for now. When you're ready to disembark, just let Abbas know and he'll take us down. The Merkaba also offers a few facilities at your disposal. Feel free to bother the crew for any new equipment or supplies, or if you want to use the Orbital Factory. Got it, thanks. Kashik arm, sure? He has access to high-level arts. He doesn't have an S-craft. This is definitely not what he was wearing. Holy shit, that is endgame. That is endgame for sure. Yeah, he definitely wasn't wearing these before. I don't know if it's worth it for the 5-speed. I could make him bullshit fat. Oh, actually, no. Prevent delay. And... Holy shit, his stats are really good. 1500 defense. That's insane. Get rid of this puppet. I feel like I should just gladiator belts, because, like, that's just the best. I could just do a headband for one of them. Who has more? I mean, Lloyd has the buffs. Ooh, this is new. HP heal large, cures ailments. Wonder how much it costs. This is a magic attack. Okay. Lloyd can have the belt, and he can have the headband. These are definitely... I don't remember what I had on. He hasn't been in the party since, like, the beginning of the game. So... yeah. I think he had Crow on. Gotta give him Force for now. I assume I'm gonna get Noelle back, but... giving him another 200? I wonder if I should make him a caster. He's got decent crafts, but not like a lot. Like, they're good for what they are, but they're not as useful as everyone else's. Because this new S-craft is art-related. I wonder if I should just do, like... maybe I should just do Pixie. I do need to level this. I need to... I meant Wing. I said Pixie and was looking at Wing. This is only level 2. We'll go with Pixie. I don't need... I don't need Heaven's Eye, so I may as well do... may as well do the Uranus Bell. EP Cut 3 is fine. Guess I could switch this to a Cast 2 instead. It does have better, like, Sepith on it. I should probably change... I don't know. Lloyd's always been like a high space one, but then I'm gonna have 2 high space people. I don't know. Let me look at space lists. Like, what synergies do I need? That needs time. It's just time and water. In order to get things. Get all of the things. Celestial, I'm definitely gonna want that before the end of the game. 18 and 8. Ooh. It's doable, but I would need the water bell, which I don't have. The bells only give 6, right? Oh no, they give 7. But I need 8 water. And then another 5 base. I think I would have to have... I would have to have platinum to make that work. Which actually I can get that right now if I just... I mean, I don't need the spell now. But yeah, I think I have to use Master Quartz to get that. So I'm just gonna do what I feel like. Petrify could be good. Just give him an on hit. I wish I had Petrify too. I mean, I can't. Unless, does Cast 2 need an upgrade? It doesn't. Yeah, I'll put Cast 2 down here. One of them has to be water. If he's gonna be a caster, one of them has to be water. I guess I'll do freeze for an on hit. That at least gets me basic healing. It gets me breath. This gets me last disaster. Even though like a move quartz isn't necessarily good. This gets me more useful support stuff. This gets me last disaster, which you can cast instantly or recover from it instantly. This gets me better. This gets me Calamity Claw. He actually doesn't need Calamity Claw. He has speed down on a craft. So he doesn't even need Chrono down. No matter what, I have Recuria. This gets me Tira. And, like, more variety of spells. This gets me last disaster. I'll just go with Scent, I think. Lower enemy arts. Do I want to do that? Do I want to lower arts of all things? Why don't I just go with the Spirit Breaker? I'm surprised this has just 4 on it on its own. Just for a stat down, but I guess all the stat downs have 4. Okay, that works for me. I can't even look. Can't even look. But I want to at least look at Zeit's spells. Large burn, line KO, or all. Wait, defense down. Wait. Oh, it's an enemy thing. I just saw support and I was like, how does that buff everybody? But I can't even see, like, what arts he has. I'll see that in combat, I guess. It's a good thing we found the gap between the Septian Veins' influence on Ursula Road before things went downhill. From now on, we'll have to manually detect other blind spots around the state. Want to land elsewhere. The Merkaba is short-handed as it is, so not exactly in an enviable position. That much is clear. All we can do is take this one step at a time. Finding our comrades, bringing Kia back, even in the most optimistic circumstances, I know it's not going to be easy. That it won't, so for now we'll just have to do things the hard way. On a lighter note, the Merkaba's onboard facilities are yours to use as you see fit. So make yourself at home. We have weapons, armor, and accessories available. There's also an orbital factory, not to mention a place to sleep upstairs. Feel free to get acquainted with the crew while you check everything out too. Is there new stuff? Oh, there's new stuff. Oh, that's why Wansy got the thing. You know what, actually? Completely forgot. This is 400 more defense. I think that's worth losing 20% evasion. That's nuts. Doesn't have a status effect on it, unfortunately, but... meh. What do you got for items? Usuals? Got the usuals. Nice to meet you. My name is Ventos. I'm a squire with the church. I'm in charge of managing the ship's equipment. We have plenty of gear and accessories in stock, so let me know if you need anything before starting an operation. They only have you handling all that? Sounds like you guys are pretty strapped for personnel. To be fair, we were out of action for the longest time until Father Wazzy suddenly called on us. It was all we could do to pull together a skeleton crew on such short notice. Well, it was a pretty urgent situation. Been 2 years since we all worked together. I've really missed bossing all of you around. Right, I should get back to work. Working with Wazzy must be rough. But he'd have a lot to talk about with the Testaments. Father Wazzy has always had his squires wrapped around his little fingers. The press of that abbess managed to keep him in check while we were away. You're the leader of the special support section, right? My name's Juno. I'm in charge of the engine room aboard the Merkaba Unit 9. I can also handle synthesizing quartz and tuning your battle orbits here at our orbital factory. Really? They train squires to do that? I've always been good with my hands, as it so happens. I enjoy this kind of work. Now that Ouroboros has shown their cards, the church can't overlook their involvement. I hope we can work together to resolve this, Detective Bannings. Of course, we're counting on you. Okay. Don't have access to anything revolutionary, but it's all good. Just finishes slots. I remember struggling because of slots. It might have just been Eagle Eye or Detection. One of the two. Yeah, I can have Heaven's Eye instead, which has more elements on it. No wind? But I don't know, I got wind down here, so it doesn't matter. So we're headed to St. Ursula Hospital, are we? Right? You needn't mind me, I was merely reminiscing. Speaking of which, we have been allies for many moons now. Yet in spite of that, I believe this will be the first time we travel the highway together. You're right, funny how that works out, huh? Still, there's a first time for everything. We'll be counting on you down there, Zeit. Indeed, I look forward to observing your much-vaunted leadership abilities as well. Be aware that I am unable to utilize those augments, as you call them, during battle. However, as a Divine Wolf, I can perform a number of skills and crafts that will prove useful to you, just as they have in the past. But as far as leadership goes, I will once again be deferring to you, Lloyd. Don't need to I mean, maybe I do, actually. I improved my max AP. I still have questions. Can I look at the map? This is where one of the first cryptids show up. This was the first instance of Pleroma grass. How is that a blind spot to the Septine veins? If anything, that should be like a confluence. It should be a convergent point of multiple Septine veins together, because it's the first place where Pleroma grass started to grow. Right? Because they're connected to the... It doesn't make sense. Make it make sense? Well, have you figured out our next course of action? Yeah, we've decided that we're going to land here for now. I have to say, though, you and Wazzy being in the Gralsritter was a heck of a surprise. It was for the sake of deceiving Archbishop Aralda. He's a detractor of ours due to an inter-congregational conflict. Simply put, the thought process was that no one would expect a Dominion to pose as the head of a street gang. And I guess it worked. Oh, come to think of it, you guys did name your group the Testaments, not to mention all the crusades you went on. I suppose we did. Thought we would be less conspicuous if we were intentionally a crude imitation. I can't deny that. You doubled down so hard on your shtick, no one would have ever guessed it was authentic. Anyway, are we good to land whenever? Yes, the spot we're aiming for has already been pinpointed. You need only say the word. Understood. Confirm your destination. This is the only one I'm allowed. Make it make sense. I think the others are going to keep monitoring the situation from above. That's the plan. They're more likely to be discovered if they stay at ground level. Now then. In the name of she who dwells above, do I hold this consecrated septium. Oh, just like what Sister Marble did. I see you're employing the Graal's thaumaturgy for this. Earth, amber glow, space's golden glow. By your congruent natures, form anew a sanctuary to protect this chariot from ever-watchful eyes. What is this? A warp circle capable of stabilizing the gap within the Septine Veins' influence. It's also invisible to anyone who hasn't been aboard the Merkaba. Impressive, no? In any case, it should last us for the time being. I'm speechless. It's finally dawning on me that you really are one of the church's knights. I like that. I like the floating feathers. The nice effect. Been working with you for so long, it's been tough to actually picture you that way. I'm still the cool, calm, and collected playboy you've always known, Lloyd. But never mind that. What's our next move? Should we try heading to St. Ursula? Yeah, I'd like to confirm the situation there while we're in the area. It also wouldn't hurt to at least scout out the path toward Crossbow City to see what it's like. I am fine with that as well. However, be aware that cryptids have begun to appear on the highways due to the pleroma grass. It would be wise to tread carefully. Duly noted. Then let's be off. Speak to Abbas. Warp circle. The number of available warp circles will increase throughout the story. How long is this finale section going to be? I feel like this finale section is going to be quite lengthy. That's not a cryptid. That's not a cryptid. Give me free Sabbath. What was Wazzy's attack? Oh. Hits multiple times. It's relatively fast, too. Right, I'm gonna go towards the city first. The bus service is stopped. You don't say. Oh. I didn't mean to. I can see what Zeit has, though. Let's read these again. Burn. How big of a line? Oh, it's like Randy's. Okay. That hits everybody. Only 20? Jesus. Holy shit, that's huge. Okay. Okay, he just has like the best. Oh, he has Celestial. He just has the fuck. He just has. Oh, he's Analyze. That's handy. Okay, he's got strong ass spells. Why has he learned 7th shot? Ooh, a confuse. Ooh, a set large confuse. Unusual billiard ball technique. Okay. think the reach on this is definitely lower than Lloyd's. Oh, is that Zeit's voice? That's pretty cool. I can see what they're... It's just attack delay. I don't have any of those. I like the voice acting. It's pretty good. Really weak to fire? Fire bolt. Let's just do this. He's instant recovery from it. I can't stat them down or anything. Pretty good damage. God damn, I keep walking too close. I actually want to fight these. Really weak to? Oh, fire again. I don't know how much experience I get per battle. I feel it's definitely less than regular experience, but it doesn't show me. Oh, is that a cryptid? Should I fight it now? I mean, I can give it a go. It'd be easier if I had more party members. I can't see anything. He down has one. Cure ailments. I'd rather just do a spell. I'll just do Golden Halo or something. Or she'll be immune. Okay, it doesn't matter. Revived by the deed, therefore G cult. Not bad. Oh, I should wait for the a crit. Let's just attack. Can't miss, I'm not blind. Dang. Oh, I got to 200. Hell yeah. Yeah, that was really easy. I mean, it did a lot more damage than I assumed. Never do like 8,000 with a regular S-Craft. Nice, stats up everywhere. 8 and 4. Ooh. What to do? Oh, it's an invasion. Like evade 4. Gets me Mercurius, that's handy. Oh, Zite's hurt as well. Oh. It's probably not the best character to like hit them and run around. You're kind of stuck in that kick animation for a little bit. None of these work, so I might as well just do one of them. I wonder how much a fireball does on its own. That's not bad. Hey, what level is Spazzy? I'm supposed to be 82. I can't even see. I'm just gonna fuck it up. I was wondering if we were gonna actually see the barrier. Like in the field itself and not just like in a cutscene. This is really hard to hit people with. For fuck's sake. I'm just trying to farm every step as I go. That has a set area. That's cool, look. Made it all the way to the barrier. Seeing it up close like this makes me sick. You can tell from the Merkaba that it's covering all of Crossbill City like a dome. But some things can still pass through. Ration trucks, emergency vehicles, and the Defense Force and Red Constellation, to name a few. Who exactly receives the authorization to do so is likely decided by none other than the President. Yes, and those without permission will find themselves unable to breach their way in by any physical means. Until the barrier itself has been dealt with, attempting to enter the city would prove a futile use of our time. I know. Keep waiting for me, Kia. I'm coming. I wonder if I can go into the tower. Find out in a minute. I'm gonna take a quick break. Stretch my legs and stuff, so I'll be right back.